Balakrishnan, I'm just going to Reni because Reni wanted to say something. Meanwhile, you can WhatsApp your article to me. Reni.
Yeah, Karthik, I mean, I would slightly disagree with what Bala was saying. In fact, it was a clear thing, even at the time of the installation of Eknath Shinde as chief minister, that the BJP was the leading party, but it was strategically in place. And what I would, which I have written about in 2022, even in the wake of the Eknath Shinde government, that the Prime Minister Modi ji's plan was to have a good showing in the state assembly elections of 2024. And there is a very strong likelihood that Chief Minister Eknath Shinde may be elevated to Delhi as a union minister, with his own son being promoted as the deputy chief minister of Maharashtra. I mean, I've written this more than a year back, and I think now the platform is set for exactly something like this to happen, so that Eknath Shinde is not, miffed about having to forego the chief minister's chair. And Mr. Modi has constantly been seeking to, encourage Eknath Shinde's style of politics, which is at the ground level, reaching out to people. And he is very, very impressed with what Shinde did even in 2016 when there was a Kerala floods and Devendra Fadnavis was the CM. And he had gone to Kerala and done immensely good work. And that is one when Prime Minister Narendra
Reni, I'm sorry I'm stopping you. I need to go across to my correspondent Jeet Bhati. It's a massive sweep of Bharatiya Janata Party-led alliance in Maharashtra. And I think the man of the moment is on screen. Less I speak, that is better. But let me go across to Jeet Bhati because another toss-up is taking place, That's Jharkhand. I'm not saying that there's a sweep in Jharkhand, but I think, as we said earlier, My Access India poll seems to be holding on. Jeet.
बिल्कुल, देखिए मैं बात करूँगा झारखंड की, तो यहाँ पर भी जो एग्जिट पोल्स में आया था कि बीजेपी की सत्ता वापस आ रही है, तो वो दिख रहा है। अभी तक के जो रुझान है उनमें बीजेपी बहुत क्लोज है। हालांकि ऐसा नहीं है जैसे हम महाराष्ट्र में देख रहे हैं एकदम लैंडस्लाइड आपको दिख रहा था, यहाँ पर बहुत क्लोज है। चाहे हम बात करें कि एनडीए की बात करें, इंडिया गठबंधन की बात करें, बहुत क्लोज है। और यही बीजेपी नेता भी कह रहे आप इंतजार कीजिए, अब 1-2 घंटे में ही तस्वीर साफ हो जाएगी। और उनका ये कहना है कि एनडीए और बीजेपी जो है वो झारखंड में सरकार बनाने जा रही है। इसके पीछे उन्होंने कहा कि जो बड़ा एक मुद्दा उठाया था कि यहाँ पर जो अन्य राज्यों से या फिर सीमा पार से घुसपैठिए आ रहे हैं उनको बसाने का काम किया गया, वोटर के तौर पर रखा गया, जिसका सीधा सीधा असर जो है वो यहाँ की जो जनजाति थे, ट्राइब्स थे, उनके हकों पर पड़ा, युवाओं का रोजगार गया। साथ में उन्होंने कहा कि महिलाएं भी सुरक्षित नहीं थी। इन तमाम मुद्दों को उन्होंने उठाया। वहीं पर जो मैया योजना की बात की थी, उसमें जो झारखंड सरकार 1000 रुपये दे रही थी, तो गोगो दीदी करके योजना जो है उसका ऐलान बीजेपी ने किया, उसमें 2100 रुपये देने की बात है। तो शायद ये ट्रिक्स जो हैं, ये वादे हैं, वो कहीं काम करते हुए दिख रहे हैं। और अभी तक की जो रुझान है उनमें एनडीए झारखंड में सरकार बनाती हुई दिख रही है।
दिख रही है भारतीय जनता पार्टी, लेकिन आई वुड से इलेक्शन इज स्टिल क्लोज। ब्रिजेश,
in Jharkhand it is. In Jharkhand, BJP has never been able to get a sizable jump. The difference has always been of 2 to 3 seats, and it's like right now as we speak, it's 40-41. So it can go awry any given point of time, and also the fact that it's very early trends. It's the second round or the third round which has taken place, must have been counted till now. So in Jharkhand, it's a very pitched battle as far as BJP and Congress is concerned. But what we are witnessing in Maharashtra in the last 30 minutes, there has been a constant uptick in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, in favor of Mahayuti, and you cannot deny that. You may still say, we may say that it's a sector 2 rounds or 3 rounds or 4 rounds, but things to change from here in a big way, I don't see that happening.
I think
it's settling down. It's kind of settling down.
It's a huge.
It's a big win in favor of. It's a big lead in favor of Mahayuti. It's a big sweep.
It's a big,
no doubt.
It's a big sweep. Now let me come to a bigger question. Then I'll open it for my other guests. Ajit, what happens to Rahul Gandhi's politics now? बहुत जल्दी स्ट्रिंग निकल गया इलेक्शन के बाद।
महाराष्ट्र से तो सर्टेनली स्ट्रिंग निकल गया। मतलब द फैक्ट दैट दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ अंबेडकर, आफ्टर ऑल हिज होल entire campaign was based on reservation and constitution. Ambedkar ji was the father of the Indian constitution, and he was one of the tallest Dalit leader India ever produced. Of course, he was not only a Dalit leader, he was a great national leader. From there, if you look at what's happening, 183 seats for NDA, 83 for MVA. Look at the two principal players, Congress 32, BJP 108. I mean, what are we talking about? Rahul Gandhi's entire campaign based on Samvidhan and caste seems to have fizzled out in Maharashtra. Why is an interesting question. Of course, everyone is talking about the Ladli Behna scheme, but it is much more than that. I think it's the BJP's narrative of Hindutva unity, which is also based on this new slogan of batenge to katenge, ek hain to safe hain. I think that is also working. On the ground, the Mandal forces seems to be losing out to the Kamandal forces in Maharashtra. Jharkhand, of course, is a different ball game. There, right now we see Congress 41, BJP 39. Over there, it's a very tight fight. Our reporter, of course, told
BJP getting 100 seats in Maharashtra.
108.
Kartikeya, but there's
108.
also one thing I would like to add here. Apart from all the Ladki Behna and the Katoge Batoge, I think one thing also played big in their favor, which was the vote jihad which they were tying. We saw a couple of Maulanas sitting there and saying, exhorting all Muslims to vote for Mahavikas Aghadi and for the Congress and other parties. I think that also boomeranged badly, and the way those calls were made, and it was highly publicized on the social media, and that also boomeranged pretty badly. And I think more than fizzling out Rahul Gandhi's constitution narrative, I think the time has come for Rahul Gandhi to make sure that there is a surgical strike on the organization of the Congress party. If he still continues with a laggard party structure, all his constitution talk, all his talks is just going to be, his victory is going to be fluke rather than a studied pattern. There has to be a surgical strike in the Congress organization, on the Congress party, if they really want to take a step forward. Otherwise, if you ask me, right now as we speak, it's BJP 2019. The BJP has found the mojo it lost in Lok Sabha election 2024, and more importantly, whatever happened in 2024 has been fixed so quickly by the BJP that it shows what happens when you are agile and a constant constantly working on things which can elevate your status or fix the leak in the party. They have done that. They have gone back to RSS. The RSS has helped them a lot. We saw it in Haryana. We are seeing this in a big way in Maharashtra. And the Prime Minister has found his mojo back. The organization has found his mojo back. And all of a sudden now they are looking as slick as they were in 2019 when they got the biggest electoral mandate in the country in the last 30 years.
They're bigger strains of thought. We'll come back to it. I want to go to Jeet Bhati first, and then I'll introduce those those thoughts with all of you, because it's not only about Rahul Gandhi, it's about the larger rubric of Indian politics, one. And secondly, the messaging which people don't think are important are the most important thing. Jeet, लगता है जीत से cut
But
गया
there's also
हमारा.
one interesting thing I just wanted to add.
Yeah.
I'll just take one line.
Okay.
That Trinamool Congress seems Arjikar is not having any kind of effect on Trinamool Congress popularity. Right now they're leading in all the 6 assembly.
Okay, we'll come to that. I will come to that Mamata Banerjee is holding fort, and RG Kar has actually not worked for them right now. In 2017, Prime Minister came under tremendous criticism when he said Kabristan and Shamshan. And it had a strong impact. So, this time around when they were saying batenge and katenge, the Prime Minister, hum ek hai to safe hai, came under tremendous criticism. But I think it touched a raw nerve. So, Mr. Balakrishnan and then to Sunita, is there a fundamental shift in Indian politics? Are we witnessing a fundamental shift in Indian politics?
I think it is happening, Kartikeya, during the 100th anniversary of the RSS. The thought of the RSS, the thought process of the RSS, it is taking root in a very, very major way, not only in Maharashtra, but across India this is happening. Because people are seeing the pseudo-secularism practiced by the Congress and the humbug which has been promoted by the Congress, they are now beginning to see through the thing. See, in the case of Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi talked about the constitution, but it is his Congress party which defeated Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar not once or twice in the parliamentary election. The very first parliamentary election, the man who was regarded as a father of the Indian constitution was defeated by the Congress party. And Congress party is talking of democracy and constitution, the same party which imposed emergency. It has no moral right whatsoever. And apart from that, the talk of caste census, it has got a very limited kind of this one help. But the Congress party has not even conducted a caste survey of its own members. How many people of the Congress party are the upper caste, SC, ST, OBC, and all that? Rajiv Gandhi is not able to do that. And sorry, Rahul Gandhi, and he has reduced the very important debate like the one on caste by talking of reservation in the Miss India beauty contest. This is the level, the shallowness of his thinking, which has resulted in this kind of result, and the arrogance of the of Rahul Gandhi. Just less than 24 hours after a US court indicts, it is not even conviction. Gautam Adani, one of the top industrialists of India, he is summoning an urgent press conference and demanding his arrest. Whereas in National Herald case, there are serious allegations against him and his mother. Nobody is talking of arresting both of them. So the humbug of the Congress party is getting exposed by the day. And like what I said earlier, there's an overall tectonic shift which is taking place in our country in favor of the vision which has been of Dr. Hedgewar and
Mr. Balakrishnan, that is okay, theek hai, but I understand that the BJP has been able to replace the hegemonic system of the Congress party, which was very eloquently elucidated by Mr.
dominance is making way.
by Mr. Kothari in his book, the Congress system. I do understand that. But there is also a couple of other things which are at play. We are getting the results. It's a done deal. There are two things which are very, very evident. One, that it's a BJP sweep in Maharashtra. Second, Devendra Fadnavis might end up being the chief minister again, displacing Eknath Shinde. That's there. Right now, I'm not going to UP. I'm not going to other areas. But one thing is very, very clear, that BJP has shown, as Brijesh said, exceptional ability to get up,
Absolutely.
fix itself, and do the business again of politics. But there is also another element which has come into, I would say, play under Prime Minister Modi. If you recall, when the BJP was made in 1980s, Atal Bihari Vajpayee took it away from the core values of Jan Sangh, and he put Gandhian socialism. It was in the Palampur session under Advani and RSS, they got back and they said this is the core agenda. Do you think that the BJP, despite drubbing, it stuck to its core agenda, Hindutva? Because it's Hindutva plus, Hindutva plus mobile plus, development plus. It has not changed its basic grammar. Even after the constitution thing, it stuck to Hindutva. I understood that when the Haryana election was taking place, but it convinces me that they have decided not to change the goalpost.
See, absolutely. In fact, if you go back, since 1925, when the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh started, from that day till today, next year it is going to be 100, the Bharatiya Janata Party is consistently been the only party which has articulated Hindutva in its best form. One could call it muscular, one could call it, aggressive, but that is the party which has given them, almost two prime ministers, Atal Bihari Vajpayee for almost 6 years, if I'm not mistaken, and Prime Minister Modi close to 10.5 years. So yes, the fact that they stuck with Hindutva even at a time, as you pointed out, Kartikeya, when the BJP was reduced to 2 seats in 1984, right?
Okay.
Despite that, they stuck with it.
A very important milestone has been crossed by Bharatiya Janata Party. I'll take a quick reaction from Jeet. I'm going to come back. Under ECI website, BJP is 100 plus. Election Commission of India's website is showing Bharatiya Janata Party as 100 plus. And when I say 100 plus, the game in Maharashtra right now is not about Mahayuti. Let me make it very clear. I'm going to shift the goalpost and we're going to talk about Bharatiya Janata Party and Devendra Fadnavis.